everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot Shop. I'm here to do my weekly reading for love for the week of December 25th through the 31st. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. So we were going to take a look at what energies come up for our last and final week in December for love. And I'm going to be using the angel answers to get an opening message. So if you have a question, you want to ask this deck, I haven't used it for a while, you may want to do that now. And then we're going to do how we've been doing the reading, your energy, your partner's energy, where you meet right now energetically, where you're not meeting energetically, and something that's coming up in regards to the relationship. So focusing on everyone in the law of attraction, if you want to go ahead and ask a question now, to yourself. You can do that, and I do feel you will get the answer you need. Something in the card will resonate for you, or the words on the card. There will be a message for you here with this, for your question. So I'm focusing on that now, and there's the card. And then I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for the rest of the reading and see what comes up for everyone. Okay, so they're saying big, happy changes. So something is going to occur. It's sort of like the Wheel of Fortune to me. There's going to be something that improves. There's going to be movement and improvement coming. Big, happy changes. So positive energy coming up with that card. Now the first one was your energy, and I flipped it over because I felt like I wanted to look at it. This is talking about your energy right now in regards to the relationship. And it is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands talks about communication, it talks about movement, it talks about energy. Right now, I feel that you are kind of expecting a change from, especially for feminine, this is talking about, there's bucks on this card, and bucks are males, obviously, and there's 5 of them. 5 is a number of change. Right now, you're in expectation of some change from your partner, especially if they're a man. Then you're watching this, you're a female. But you're looking for a change coming forward, a change in energy, if nothing else, because the masculine also represents that yang energy where, they are all about taking action. So you're in the expectation of some sort of change in regards to communication. You want something to be more positive. You want something to be more in alignment, more fair. There's a fair distribution of the wands, a two-way, a back and forth. They're not all flying in one direction. So you're looking for a change in that aspect, and you want more positivity with the sun in the background. So this is the energy you're in. You're kind of holding that stance, you're holding that position, you're holding that energy right now. So this is where you're at energetically in regards. The next one is your partner's energy right now, and it is the King of Cups. Beautiful. And I love this card, especially so close to Christmas, because he reminds me, of course, of Santa Claus. So it's like Santa here, and I'm very, very close to Santa. I love Santa. I feel a very close and warm connection to him, and so I definitely feel his energy. I can't help but that come out with this card, because it's always him here when I see this card this close to the holidays. So a sense of, getting control. I'm hearing gaining control of emotion right now. So they could be in an energy where, Santa's always, of course, very generous. He's very giving, he's very loving and kind. And he would represent this card and what it stands for as well. Compassion, in touch with their emotions, giving, caring, all these things. So it can be that your partner is, of course, in those, but right now I'm getting a sense of control of their emotion. I feel they want to share their emotion, but they're kind of holding back, because I definitely read by the feeling I get. So even though that's all there, is all present, and that person, they're just kind of holding back for whatever the reason. And they may even feel that in doing so, in some way, they're being generous to you, maybe because they don't want to hurt you or kind of overwhelm you with that rush that's going on around them. So it's a pretty, interesting message that's coming through here. And I also feel that Santa's kind of working with them too, for whatever the reason. It's kind of funny how that came up like that. So very beautiful message in regards to your partner and their energy. Okay, where you guys are meeting energetically right now, and it is justice. So right now you're kind of in like energy where you want fairness, you want that sort of like the first one where you're feeling like you want an even distribution, an even back and forth. You want things to be fair. And it was showing in the energies of what you're holding right here. And I feel you're both in that like energy, and you may both be, because this is a 2 as well, you may both be in both of these energies right now as well. I feel like they're pulling me back into this. You're feeling that love, you're feeling the emotion, but you're feeling the strength of it, and you want to share it, but you're kind of feeling like you want to hold back because you don't want to overwhelm the other person. And by holding back, you feel you're being just as kind and compassionate by not intervening in their life somehow. So I'm kind of getting that sense, but wanting that change. You want to find that common ground. Okay, so you're both in that energy of this fairness of, what's fair to the other person, what's fair to me in regards to this relationship, and distributing the energies in a fair and even manner is coming up here. So this is where you're meeting. And for some, this may even be that you're both also dealing with something in the legality system. So maybe going through divorce, or you're both in regards to something legal with mortgages or finances. And for each one, it could be something different, but really dealing with the legal system in some way as well. So it can be that. But you overall, as a general energy, you're kind of finding that balance, and you want that equilibrium. You want things to be fair for both people. Even if that means right now you feel it's best to kind of hold back because you don't want to overwhelm that person or throw them off course. Okay, so very, very interesting. Where you're not meeting energetically, and it is the Hermit. So this is beautiful because it says, the Hermit talks about going inward. It talks about being a recluse and a solitude. So you're not meeting in this area. So it's like right now, you're kind of coming out of that phase where you're not so much focused on self and, your own journey. So you're both kind of not meeting in that area, which means you're not going inward. You're not kind of being a recluse. You're thinking more about, you're more in touch with the emotion. You're thinking more about communicating. So you're coming out of this stage of the game, that phase of searching for guidance, searching for the path, and seeking that. So you're kind of both coming out of that energies right now. Beautiful. What are you going to experience soon in regards to relationships? So this could come as an actual event. This could come as a feeling. This could come as an energy that you experience as well. And we have, wow, death. Interesting, because this talks about a huge transformation. It certainly doesn't talk about a total, complete ending. It talks about an ending of an era, an ending of a phase, of way of being, a change, a total transformation. And right now, I've been seeing this card as a timing. So I want to say that this could also indicate the time of, I do believe it's full moon in Scorpio would be later in the spring. I do believe. You may want to Google. I never profess to be good at astrology, and it's something I do need to learn. But it's giving me a timing of full moon in Scorpio, because this card represents Scorpio timing, but we are past Scorpio. But they are telling me it's full moon Scorpio, which is, I do believe, spring, like March, April, May, something like that. And I do apologize, but again, you may want to. So there's going to be a huge change, transformation coming up, and you're going to be experiencing that. I want to look at the undercurrent and undercurrent energy that's running. And so the undercurrent is messages and fertility and good luck, with the rabbits coming up here. And I also kind of get an Easter vibe, especially when the rabbit's showing up. And the rabbit also, of course, is talking about sexuality and all that. But this is messages. This is news coming forward. All of that energy. And so this is an undercurrent that is happening where you may not be actually seeing it, but it is something that is, brewing with energy underneath the surface. So I hope everyone has enjoyed that. Remember, we started out with some big, and it feels very, very big, happy changes coming up. So, and I love how Santa Claus energy appeared in that card as well. So everyone, have a Merry Christmas, and of course a Happy New Year. I will be back next week around the 31st to start out our first week in January. I also will be posting an energy reading for the year for just different energies. And I will be posting a January love reading too. So stay tuned for those and watch for those coming up soon, hopefully. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. Angel blessings.